Welcome back, guys, to the LPB Racing Mixed Championship on Project Cars 2. This is race 3 of round 3. And this is the random grid. As you can see, it's all dried up now. We're still in the radicals. Neil Farmack on pole position from Nick Hash and TY. As we get ready for the lights to go out, away we go. Coming down towards the first corner. Good start by Neil and Nick Hash into the first corner. Everyone through there okay, I think. As we go, oh no, Bidzster spun round. Oh no, Bidzster spun round. That's not going to do his championship hopes any good. But we'll come back to the battle up front. TY through to third place past Jamo. Runs a bit wide into the wall. Jamo hits him up the back end. Says, go on, Sunshine, get a move on. As Azadar Blade comes up as well. Ooh, squeeze on James Deluxe there as we come down towards the chicane. Lilliam up the inside as well. Trying to make it 3 wide. No, that's not going to work. 3 wide. Into the chicane, Lilliam gets the positions, but then runs wide into the spinner as well. Oh, contact, big crash. Azadar Blade into the wall as well. Jamo Footman in with another crash there as well. Oh no, everything happening. We'll get replay on. Footman hits. I think that was, I don't know who that was, but we'll get a replay. Right, here's a replay of that happened on that first lap from Jamo's point of view. So you go on Jamo into the chicane. Over the curb, carries too much speed on top of the curb, spins round, and then contact, boom. And then as he reverses off, Footman, again, can't avoid Jamo there, and Jamo gets sent off straight into the wall. Lots of damage on that car and has to crawl back round to the pits. But as we come back from all that carnage, I think, oh, that's Keith running wide a bit there, and Azadar Blake goes onto the grass, and then he's got Blakeney around him somewhere. Lilliam up the inside into the next corner. Bidzster up the inside as well. Contact again. Oh wow! Another. We'll get. Oh, Bidzster's gone round. Bidzster's gone round. We'll get replays on all that as well. Here's a replay. What happened at the next corner now? So you see Azadar on the grass, and Lilliam goes for a gap there, and then sends Azadar wide, and then Azadar comes back across, rejoining, and hits Bidzster, and then Bidzster turns round. Well, now things have settled down a little bit. We'll get through the order of the first lap. Neil Farmack in the lead by 1.7 seconds. TY trying to follow him, 1.7 seconds behind. James Deluxe in third place here. There he goes in third place. Nick Hash fourth with Blakeney up the inside. Blakeney's on the inside. Blakeney gets fourth. So Nick Hash back down to fifth. Keith running wide there. Footman closing up to take that place. Footman goes into 6th place, Keith down in 7th, Stevie in 8th place, Lilliam 9th, Azadar Blade 10th, Bidzster recovering in 11th place. Jamo round here somewhere. Where is he gone? There he is. The car's crabbing sideways, you can see there. Major suspension damage on that radical. So Jamo really trying to get it back round to the pits, so it looks like Jamo's hopes of any decent points in this race have gone out of the window. Meanwhile, James Deluxe in 2nd place. Where's TY gone? TY's back there in 11th place. We'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay at the start of lap 2. What happened to TY? So into the first corner. Too quick. Back end goes round. Nothing you can do about that. And then just spins round and has to wait ages to recover. So as you come back from that, obviously TY back down to 11th place. We've got a Footman and Keith close together, I think, or is it Blakeney and Stevie? I wish the cameras would zoom out on this game because it'd be a lot easier to do the camera work. Stevie on the inside, Lilliam trying to go around the outside. Lilliam up the inside for the next corner, up the inside, will Stevie give him space? Gives him a mile and Keith goes off and makes life even easier for Lilliam. So big crash! Oh no, big crash there! I think that's Nick Hash in the wall. Oh no, again, we'll get replays on that. Okay, here's on board with Footman on lap 2 to see what happened to Nick Hash. We go, yeah, Nick Hash goes wide onto the grass and then comes across in front of us and then boom! We hit him. As we look at Keith, there we can see Footman trying to get out of the way as well, and then Nick Hash going onto his side but then goes back down on his wheels. So as you come back from that, Nick Hash in 11th place, really struggling to recover in that radical there. I think he's got major front damage on that radical. So lucky for Nick Hash there as Lilliam comes up to the next corner, and then we've got a battle here. Bidzster, TY and Blakeney. Blakeney spins round. Oh, Blakeney spins round. No. Oh, Footman collects him. Oh no, Footman collects him. No. And I think Footman's got major damage on that radical there. major damage by the look of it. Goes out of that corner. Yeah, you can see the car squirming left and right. It's got really bad damage. That front right corner took a battering there, so Footman will go back round to the pits. Neil Farmack in the lead, 8 seconds ahead of James Deluxe there in second place. So Neil Farmack keeping out of trouble, and so is James Deluxe. Keith in third place, just shows you what can happen if you miss all the action. Liliam in fourth, Bidzster in fifth with TY now. Bidzster and TY having a good little battle here. So Bidzster and TY very close together as they come up the hill. TY lights ablaze in the silver and yellow car behind us. Oh, Bidzster runs wide into the wall and TY goes through. Bidzster really struggling with understeering that car by the look of it, so unlucky there for Bidzster as he goes up towards the chicane. Footman in the pits to repair the damage. Blakeney as well. Arzadar Blade as well, for all of them repairing damage there. Nick Hash has finally got it back down to the pits, so he'll be in the pits a while there. You see the car crabbing, that'll be a lot of suspension damage to fix. As we see a car moving the pit lane, that's... Who's that going out? That's... Can't see. Camera's not going to him. I think it's Jamo. Jamo's on his way out, so Jamo's repaired his damage. So Jamo goes back out, but he's a lap down on the others, so Jamo's had a lot of damage to repair there, so that's Jamo out more or less out of this race. TY and Bidzster still close together though, not giving up. Bidzster goes to the inside just to make himself visible in TY's mirrors, and I think it works. He's gone a bit wide there, TY, and Bidzster closes up behind. So again, Bidzster using all the tricks in the book to try and put TY under as much pressure as possible, but these two know each other very well by now. They both know each other's tricks. Long-term rivals, good friends, but also really close rivals within LPB racing. They've been running together in leagues in the past as well. Probably a rivalry that goes back about 7 years or so. So these two really know each other. They know how each other race, and it makes for a spectacular on-track action. Oh, TY goes into the first corner. Oh no, TY loses it into the first corner. Bidzster says thank you very much, old chum, and I'll take that position. I think Bidzster will take him easy as that all day. So Bidzster takes 5th place, TY down to 6th. So unlucky there for TY. Arzadar Blade out the pits now, along with Nick Hash. He's coming out as well. Footman still stood there, so Footman's got a lot of damage to repair there. So Footman still stood still. Jamo going round now, so Jamo might even pass Footman at this rate if he's still in the pits that long. So he's got to be careful. So the closest bit on track now, Bidzster closing up behind his teammate Liliam. So Bidzster comes up behind, flashing his light, saying hello my teammate, and Liliam. Yep, I think Liliam helping Bidzster out there, not playing, don't want to battle with him. He's going to help him out. Good job by the two teammates there. Let's Bidzster go, because he knows Bidzster's got some decent pace and probably be able to catch a podium. And also, Liliam will be able to keep hold up TY a little bit as well. So again, the good team strategy there by Team Black. No team orders, just Liliam taking the initiative and moving over. So Liliam back down to 5th place, TY in 6th. We're looking at the back of a different Team Black car as we go out of that corner there, as Nick Hash, Nick Hash a bit slow out of that corner, possibly running wide there. So again, Nick Hash struggling a little bit there as well. Jamo is up to 11th now. Footman's still in the pit, so I wonder if that's now a retirement from Footman, because he's been in there a while, so I would imagine that would be a retirement. If he doesn't move in the next lap, well, that will be a definite retirement from this race due to the amount of damage. So unlucky there for Footman. He had a good, won the last race, and then just obviously wrong place, wrong time in this race. Got contact with Blakeney and lost a load of positions, got a load of damage, and couldn't do anything about it. Meanwhile, TY is going to try and do something about Liliam here. Liliam defends the inside into the chicane, so he's definitely trying to play the defensive game. TY closes up behind Liliam into the chicane, keeps the position for now, so good job by Liliam to keep the position there. TY will just bide his time, wait for some kind of mistake, or just try and keep that pressure on. As Liliam goes out of that corner and TY thinks about having a look, but no way through there. Liliam doing all he can to sit on the line and give Bidzster as much of it. Oh, he's gone off. No, there wasn't any contact there. Liliam just loses it on the inside curb, and then obviously now has released TY into the path of Bidzster. So Liliam, unlucky there, makes a mistake, spins round. Meanwhile, Stevie and Blakeney quite close on track as well. So Stevie into 7th place there as the weather's starting to brighten up now here at Watkins Glen. So track temperature will be starting to rise a little bit, which will help the grip, help the tyres. So Stevie into 7th place, Blakeney back down to 8th. Arzadar Blade in 9th, Nick Hash around here somewhere in 10th. There he is. And then Jamo in 11th. Yeah, Footman is definitely a retirement from this race now. He's been stood still for about probably 3 or 4 minutes. So Footman definitely going to be a retirement from this race. So unlucky there for Footman. There's our leader, not checked up on him for a while. There's Neil Farmack, 13-second lead over James Deluxe in 2nd place. I always have to check because both of them say the word jam on the left-hand side of the screen. You see on the little bit where she's moving up and down there to change between cameras. Got James Deluxe there with jam, and then you got Jam of Jamo in 11th place. There he is. Speak of the devil. After replacing all that damage, just going to try and keep it consistently going round and see if you can pick up any places from anyone else's mistakes. That's all you can do at this stage. Try and keep the speed consistent and try and use your head, try and keep it off the walls, just try and run a nice steady pace, because you don't give up until that checkered flag comes down, because you never know, there could be another big pile up or something else could happen in this race and you could make up positions. So Jamo keeps on tramming round as we look at Bidzster now, 2 seconds behind Keith. So Bidster's catching up to Keith in these last few laps, so this could be very close. So you see Bidzster there coming around that long corner. Keith just coming out of there up the hill. So you see Keith there, watch for Bidzster coming up the horizon. There he is, closing up on Keith there. So Keith's really going to have to get his foot down here, get some consistent pace in, get some good laps in, because Bidzster's closing up. I would say a good second a lap possibly, so he might even be on him nearer the last lap or even on the last lap. As Neil's already on his last lap on lap 7 already, so Neil Farmack well ahead of the field, controlling the pace. James Deluxe in 2nd place, Keith 3rd, Bidzster 4th, TY 5th. That's your top 5. As Keith comes across the line, Bidzster there on catch up, trying to get, if you can get a podium out of this race, it would be good after spinning earlier and being on the recover from the start of the race. TY trying to go with him as well. TY trying to keep up with the pace, because if Bidzster tries to overtake Keith and makes a mistake or something, he could make up another position, so do not give up until that checkered flag falls. Meanwhile, Neil Farmack here keeping a good consistent pace as well in the lead of this race. Been in the lead since the start, never lost it, kept out of trouble, and that's the reward. You get 11 to 12 second gap and consistently going round. I think he's just lapped Jamo in the background there, I think. Stevie's lapped, so he's lapped everyone up to 7th place. That's how much action's been happening on track. So everyone up to 7th place lapped. So Stevie and Blakeney, Arzadar, Nick, Jamo and Footman will finish in that order. Obviously not Footman because he's out in this race, but they'll all finish in the order that you can see on screen there. So Neil Farmack comes round the last few corners. Round the second to last corner, of which there is no puddle on the inside now, and this last corner, which was very treacherous in the wet. There was water everywhere, but no, lovely and dried up now near the end of this day. As Neil Farmack comes across the line to win race 3 of round 3 of the LPB Mixed Championship on Project Cars 2. Well done to Neil Farmack, good win there. James Deluxe is going to get his best position so far as well, 2nd place. All he needs now is a win to top off the good 2nd place. So James Deluxe, 2nd place, well done to James. Good 2nd place there. Bidzster comes across the line, he's past Keith. Bidzster past Keith in the end. Bidzster past Keith, flashes lights. Keith robbed of a podium. In 4th place, TY 5th place there. So TY 5th, so Bidzster will lead the championship now. Liliam coming round the last corner as well to finish. There he goes, across the line in 6th place. And obviously everyone else not able to finish because they've already been lapped. So it would be Stevie, Blakeney, Arzadar Blade, Nick Hash, Jamo and Footman a retirement, unfortunately due to the amount of damage. Okay guys, let's take you through those results then. So it was Neil Farmack who was your winner in that one by 14 seconds. So truly in dominant fashion there from Neil. From James Deluxe, his best finish with LPB Racing on only his 1st round. And then Bidzster was 3rd position for Team Black as we switch the page. Then it was Keith in 4th place, Team Green. Yet again, consistency paying off for Keith and keeping out of trouble. TY in 5th place in that one. Liliam 6th place for Team Black. Stevie, the first of Team Red, in 7th position. Then it was 8th position was Blakeney for Team Green. The other Team Red car of Arzadar in 9th place. 10th place was Nick Hash and 11th place was Jamo. Footman unfortunately disqualified due to speeding in the pit lane. So there is your winner, Neil Farmack. Congratulations to Neil. And we'll see you guys next time for the special event, which will be double points. So don't forget to miss out on that, guys. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.